welcome again to We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast. Welcome to episode 8. And man, before we start, let's introduce everyone in the panel. Hi guys, my name is Jason, and we got some regular old folks, and let me introduce you guys. Over here, we got the Tito Sneaky himself. We got Tim right here.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for joining us again.
All right, and you see right there, the lovely, our resident TikToker. We got Cheska.
Hi, I switched rooms again, but
Switching things up, keeping it fresh.
I dig it.
Exactly.
I dig it. And of course, we got the magical, the soulful, the Mr. James right here. Welcome again, James.
Hey y'all, I'm never gonna wear a flannel ever again.
And we have someone new here today. So for those who are new to this podcast, this is a fresh face. So we would like to introduce you guys to Beverly. Hey, Bev.
Hey.
Awesome.
First time on the podcast.
Ooh, it's gonna be a fun one, especially this episode. Before we start the whole thing where we actually go and recap the whole episode for episode 7 for Terrace House of Boys and Girls Next Door, we want to get to know our new face here, Beverly. So, give us a short little intro of, let's say, your experience with Terrace House. If you don't, what would your experience be with any kind of reality TV shows? Really, we want to get to know you.
So I haven't watched any Terrace House before today, not even a trailer. So it's all new. It's all up from here. But I do love reality TV shows.
Awesome. You're gonna hopefully when you watched the episode with us earlier, that was quite an eye-opener, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Awesome. All right, guys, lead us way to what's going on next, James.
Yeah, for sure. So before we get into the specifics of everything, what did you guys think of the episode as a whole? For me, as we were watching it, I did put in my notes here that this episode was really just the biggest flex on the music that Terrace House has access to, because we got a lot of mainstream music, on top of Taylor Swift right at the beginning, which we get every episode.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we got Rihanna.
We did, yeah.
And then, bro, we just I don't know. As I was listening to it, I was just I was taken all the way back to 2012 and literally just sitting in the car with the radio on, and all of this music played on the radio for me. So I was just bro, this is crazy because this never happens.
Yeah, it was a nice throwback music-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I say this every episode, but spicy episode. Spicy episode, yeah.
Honestly, though.
Really sad that, last week I wasn't able to take part in that one, but, we got 2 really good episodes back-to-back. Definitely a lot of payoff from the earlier episodes. And I'm starting to see a bit more of the drama in these reality TV shows. Jess, what do you think?
I'm finally getting the drama that I've been needing since episode 1. Because, I'm so used to American drama reality shows, so the drama picks up within, the first 5 minutes of the show.
Oh, yeah.
But I am so happy that we actually get some drama now.
What do you think?
Well, since I just found out about all the characters, I was just is that one with that one? Is this person with that person? Because you're trying to get the vibe off of everybody. But it was really cute to see the relationships between these people on the show.
For sure. Jay, what'd you think, man?
The episode, we got some romance. We got some people that are, I don't know, dreams do come true. We got some epic music. Shota's back.
Oh, yeah.
This episode had everything. And it was a very wholesome episode, too. And some interesting parts. So I had everything. So I'm pretty excited of what happened this week. Or at least this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, this episode, of course, started off with our favorite host, you, driving down the highway past Yokohama, talking about everything that happened last episode, everything about like Masato's competition and how he lost in semis, and the entire date between Tecchan and Rie, and the payoff of basically what happened because of that. So this episode starts out with Rie talking about how she thinks that she can't really rely on Tecchan. She explains that like she really wants to be with someone that has very strong dreams. And what was really crazy with this is that like the first person that she mentioned out of the house was Masato.
Boo.
Because of just like the entire thing about how like last episode, like how Masato explained that like he's very you can see that he's actually very career driven, and that was something that like Rie basically like fell in love with. And yeah, what do you guys think about that, like that plot twist right there?
I get it. I completely understand Rie's side. I like, okay, here's my thing with Masato. Like, I'm warming up to him. There's still a little, like, something iffy about him that I'm, like, not trusting fully. But,
Ooh,
as a
interesting.
career-driven person, I would agree with Rie. If I am a career-driven person, I would want someone who is also career-driven. So I understand her perspective on her love life.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Now, sorry, I just gotta bring this.
Oh,
up.
okay.
I just gotta bring this up. Do
Okay.
you think her opinion of Tecchan would have changed if he passed? If he passed his firefighter's
Ooh.
exam?
That's a good
Oh.
question.
I don't think so.
Same.
Really?
I don't think
feel
so.
like I feel like it's more than just the career aspirations, but it's also like a maturity thing. You know, like you can really tell that Tecchan is like a young little
lad.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a little baby.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Whereas,
baby boy, but he deserves
Yeah,
so
I feel
much.
like most girls want to go for someone older than them who like knows what they want. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why, and also partly like the grass is always greener on the other side. So maybe she's just like, oh, I've seen what it's like with this guy. I wonder if things are better with him. I don't know.
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. True. 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 True.
I will also say that even if Tecchan passed his exam, the passion's not there. But
That's true.
Masato's passion for surfing is there, so Rie would attract more towards Masato than Tecchan.
Okay.
Ambition is
Valid
hot.
points. Valid points.
Valid
Ambition
point.
is hot. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Jay,
Yeah.
what do you think, man?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, as much as I hate to agree, or yeah, it's Masato's really about his career at this moment, and considering with Rie, she's 21 during this time it was filmed. She must have did a lot of hard work to be in the position that she is, to be like a pop star, right? So she does understand that
The grind.
point, that the grind, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's seeing Tecchan. Honestly, like, what does he do? He gardens part time.
He's still figuring himself out.
Yes.
He's still figuring himself out. It's not very
he's
attractive.
19.
Yeah, and you know how you seen him, how he reacts. He's very kiddish. He's still like, there's not that bravado that you need like with Masato, which is just like he's chill, I guess, calm,
You mean boring?
He's like, yeah.
monotone,
He's
but it
so
could be
confident in himself.
yeah, sure, yeah,
I
confident.
mean, that's part of it too. Yeah.
Not the word I use, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards another word, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh.
I feel he's like so aloof. He's just like, yeah, I surf. Yeah,
He's
I surf.
he's
That's it.
apathetic.
Is that like,
Just like, but which is okay. It's all right. Like, yeah, it's like
But I
he's
feel
just
like-
chill.
I feel like Rie, the thing with Rie is that like she's actually seen Masato doing the thing that he's passionate for, like the thing that he actually has a drive for. Like
Mhm.
she was there for his surfing competition, whereas we haven't really seen anything about like Tecchan's passion and drive because he doesn't really have one right now. So that really might be why like Rie is kind of straying away from that, because it doesn't seem like he knows where he's going. Whereas Masato's the more like secure guy. Like he really knows what he's doing, and he knows what his goals are, like realistically. So I see it like oh man, it's sad because it's like Tecchan is the one that everyone roots for, but also like you could see it coming.
Yeah.
You could definitely
Yeah.
see it coming.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah. Now that I think about it, it comes down to is like she worked really hard to become a J-pop star,
Mhm.
which is Tecchan really worth sacrificing that career option? And like at this point in time, I mean,
Oh,
Girl,
yeah, okay, I
I
know what you're
wouldn't.
saying, but he's still my baby boy.
And like, I'm a big fan of
know,
Tecchan, and
thanks.
I wouldn't. Yeah, like, that just says a lot.
Mhm.
And then they have that conversation like last episode. They're like, when they talked about careers and stuff, Tecchan didn't really know. So,
Yeah.
or was that with the other housemates? I'm trying to remember. So that is a big turn off. If I was like Ria, I was like, oh, you don't really know. So like, why did you want to be a fireman at the first place? Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
it was all there.
Mhm.
Fair points.
Okay.
Fair points.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, so after that entire crazy scene that we saw right there, it moves to the next morning, where we get to see Momo kind of typing on the Mac that's in the house, and Tecchan shows up right after waking up, and he's like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And she basically tries to block the screen with her like tiny little anime hand. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I don't see it." But basically, what happened is Momo is applying to a news company. She's applying for the writing position in the news company, which is cool. Like we haven't really seen anything from Momo career wise.
Mhm.
So if she does get this, then I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of her, which is really good because like she is the one person that I am very like intrigued by in terms of just as a character. I want to know what she's like in a working environment, just to see like how passionate she is about her work as well. But yeah, so what do you guys think about Momo going for a news writing occupation? Sure.
It's about time. I mean, what, we're 8 episodes in? 7?
Seven.
7.
7 episodes in, and like the most we've got out of her, which is her sad backstory with her parents. And that's really sad. But like, I feel like this is like a gateway to her having more screen time and finding like her place in the house. I don't want to see her go. I think she has a lot of potential to grow as both like a character in the show and as a person. And yeah, I really want to see it happen.
Her career, but yeah. Otherwise, I need to see more.
Mm.
We do get a lot of Momo this episode, like a lot,
know.
like, and it's nice. So
It is.
yeah,
More
it's-
than usual, yeah. I'd say that.
yeah. I've never seen Momo smile a lot because a lot of those episodes prior with her have been like sad. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like
The face rolling.
yeah, the face rolling. Oh my god. But yeah,
Actually,
it's cool to see her like be in her job, and yeah, it was kind of cute with that interaction with Tecchan. Yeah, please don't see the work. All right, cool.
yeah, actually, so Bev, I really want to know like what were your perceptions, I guess, off of that first scene with Momo. How do you think like she is as a person by just watching like
I thought-
the one episode?
Yeah, I felt like we did get to see her quite a bit, even if it was just small interactions, but she seemed like such a sweet, like fun-loving person. Like I wouldn't have thought that she appeared sad in previous episodes. And I really liked her, like how her and Tecchan are both kind of like just figuring things out. Like they don't know where they're at 100% career-wise, and like that's okay. And it's nice that they have each other to understand each other on that level.
That's true. That's really true. I never thought that they were together. So I guess that
Yeah.
scene has more like significance than we thought.
I
it did.
thought they had like a vibe going. I was like, am I mixing up
agree.
characters right now? Like
Chemistry,
I agree. I see something
Sure.
there. I see
because
something there.
they're in the same
Who knows?
wavelength, Right. Oh, good point. Good point, Bev. Put that on the board. Put that on the theory craft, right there somewhere.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like Tecchan's 19, I think Momo's only like 20 as well, so they're both
Yeah, that's
super
like
young.
nothing. Yeah.
They're literally in the same boat, which is damn good. Good job, man.
Good eye, good eye.
This is why you're here. This is why you're here.
That was good. But yeah, so then the next scene after that is where we get to see Seina. She goes to a quick meeting with the people in charge of the show that she's in, and it really does seem that like this gig is gonna test her growth, especially with walking and everything, because we got to see like her really humble beginnings, where like she bombed an interview. She basically like completely messed up in all of her rehearsals and stuff like that. This girl basically couldn't walk straight. To now, like,
Yikes.
I remember in the scene.
He's not wrong.
I do remember like in the scene, one of the guys that are in charge of the show, like, he specifically told her that like he wants her to walk. He wants her to walk without like waving to the people, but at the same time, like, put your heart and soul into this, right? And at the end of the day, like, this is Seina's ultimate goal. Like, her ultimate goal is to walk the runway in front of thousands of people, and this is her opportunity to get that. So we really do get to see her test herself and see if she's grown from the beginning of Terrace House. So yeah, what'd y'all think about that interaction?
Everyone.
I'm proud. I'm so proud of her. Like,
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
I think it's like the reason why I'm so proud of her. It's like, yeah, the growth that she had. Like, she was a terrible walker when we first saw it. Like, she couldn't walk straight. She was trying to smize when in reality it didn't even look like smizing. She was just smiling. But yeah, I'm just proud of her whole entire growth within 7 episodes. Like, that's insane. Tim?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. When she was just talking with those people, like, different aura versus when she walked into that audition room. She just came in. She's like, I know what I'm doing. I know my stuff. I know my worth as like a model. And then she just took the instruction. It could also be the editing too, like, cause like I don't know, it was just short and sweet. It was like maybe, like a couple minutes, and then yeah, I know what I got to do, and you need me to do this, I'll do it. Done, easy, very professional. Like, yeah. Jay.
Everyone loves a good comeback story. We've seen her through the front lines of her really bad walking. Even though I kind of think she still needs more work on the walking, but that could be on her teacher.
I don't like what she was doing with her arms.
That could be on the teacher. Like, maybe she does need a new teacher. But yeah, like what Cheska said, she just smiled, and I remember what the teacher said, smile with your eyes, and she was just smiling. And now she kind of gets that. Yeah, now she kind of gets that. So like it's nice seeing her like prepare for this big gig, and it's just like with the montage that's about to come up, it was just like, oh, this is so good. The girl is on the come up, and yeah, like good for her.
Yeah. So Bev, I actually had a question for you with this scene in mind. So as you can kind of tell by like everything that we said, is like, yeah, she had very humble beginnings, but at the same time, I remember in one of our earlier podcast episodes, when we first see her bomb her first interview, it was crazy because Tim said something along the lines of like, Seina walked into the house exuding like all the confidence in the world, and it looked like she's been in the game her entire life. So could you see that, or did it look more like someone who's just starting out and just getting into the scene? Like,
I found it's funny that you mentioned that, because I kind of felt that too. Like when she first comes out, she's like so fashionable and she's so tall and pretty and blah blah blah. And then when the first time I saw her walking, I was like, oh, this is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, Is she a professional? And then you see her later on through the episode, and she's so mature and so poised. She's so confident in herself. So yeah, she definitely shows off her best self when she's in the house and when she's like showing off to the world. But then she's going through this full internal struggle, internal growth. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of those things that like I really like about Terrace House is that like since nothing is completely obvious and completely in your eyes, like that's when you really get to see and kind of like put the thoughts together of like, oh yeah, like this person exudes confidence, but then at the same time you can tell that like they are actually going through a struggle themselves. They may not be like directly showing it, but you can see it through the actions that they do outside of the house. So that was definitely like very interesting and like really cool. And of course, I feel like at this point, like we're all really proud of Seina and how she's grown and how she's evolved, which is really cool. So a few of them are having dinner at the house, and Shota brings up the idea of having a house party, which is cool. They basically plan out to have a house party on the 9th, which is crazy because it's, in my experience of watching Terrace House at least, it's the first time that we've seen that many people from outside of the house actually go into the house.
True.
So that was really interesting. That was actually very surprising. But I thought it was cool. But one like little part of that scene that I wanted to highlight was this part where so Rie walks in and she sits down, and the first thing that she asks Shota is like, "So Shota, when's your birthday?" And Shota responds like, "Oh, like you want to know?" And her response is like, "Oh yeah, I don't really care that much."
Shota's just like, oh, November 18th.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. So what did you think of that? Because I thought like I was so confused because it was like she's so nice, but then that side came out and I was just like, where that came out of left field.
Like, unless it's some next psychological thing where she probably thinks, oh, like, maybe I shouldn't have asked that, so that's why she responded with, like, oh, I probably don't care. But in reality, she does. I can't assume that too much, but, like, it's a theory.
I think it could be something lost in translation. Maybe it was a direct translation, right? Saying, oh, I don't care. But maybe in our terms, it could be like, oh, it's no big deal.
But that still sounds bad.
Possible.
Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah, like, when's your birthday? It's like, oh, you want to know my birthday? Yeah, it's no big deal, dude. When's your birthday? Like, you know, I don't know.
Then why are you
That's
asking?
the way I took it.
If you care. No, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I don't.
Exactly. There you go.
She's a Sundara girl, guys.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god,
obvious.
Sundara. She ain't simping for Shota. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, baby boy. Sorry. Okay.
I thought it was like because I don't know, I've seen a lot of slice of life animes, and usually when they ask for someone's birthday, it's like, ooh, that's a personal question. So I guess that's what Shota took it like. But I guess for Rie, she tried to, I don't know. I feel like every time there's like an episode about it, like when they ask for your birthday, it's like holding hands or something like that kind of level.
I can see that. It's intimate information.
Yeah, so like I guess when Rie kind of like did her defense mechanism, I'm like, oh, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe that way, but like maybe Shota got like really turned down, like, oh, okay, you just wanted to know about my birthday just because there's nothing about it afterwards, like there's no underlying message about it. And Rie's just like, yeah, I was just wondering if anything, but like don't take it too seriously. That was pretty funny. It kind of like, now that kind of shows me like Rie kind of does that sometimes. Like her answers are very blunt.
Really? Can you give me like more examples? Like, I mean, like in past episodes.
So how she answered with Momo, I guess she was very like direct, right? Like the question was about like, hey, do you see any like future with that, like with what everything happened with the date? Do you see anything like with like Tecchan? Like, is there anything at all? And she clearly just said no. Like, so I think That's just I think that's just who she is. Like, she's very blunt.
Yeah.
When it comes to like the real deal, she doesn't really fluff it. So it's pretty interesting.
Now, do you think that's her personal opinion, or do you think that's because she's been trained to be a PR type of person because she's part of AKB and she knows she's on camera?
I mean, her being blunt, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like I don't feel like that's an asset to someone who's like you're not just she's not ever trying to please people. She's like sweet, but then she's like, actually, no, I can do what I want and I'll say whatever I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Tim. Like, it's like a PR. It could be like because she's trained well, right? But it seems like what would that really help her with AKB? Like, just to protect her that she is forbidden to love. It seemed like the answer that she gave was more like, actually, I don't see anything at all with Tecchan at all. Like, that kind of moment.
Okay.
But yeah, but like, hopefully I want to see more of that, like how she really is. Because right now, she's kind of just like, happy. And like, oh, like, I don't know. I see her one-dimensional right now, but seeing her being blunt and showing her true emotions is actually like endearing and admiring. So I hope I see more.
Okay. Fair point.
Yeah.
With Tecchan and with Rie, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I feel like they could be playing games because this is a reality show where they do watch the episodes. Like, we haven't seen it in a while where they're in the theater room watching an episode of themselves. But, I mean, last episode... yeah, right? It's a weird dynamic, right?
So weird.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like an episode before the date, Tecchan's like, well, I don't really like her anyways. Cut, right? And then, you know, obviously the dude's like super into her because he's all giggly and giddy. And if, you know, you guys watch the date episode, there's something there. And I think Rie's got something there too. Something. But then she just comes off as like blunt and like, no, I don't have any feelings. But I'm like, there's something there. You don't just sit underneath the night sky with a dude to watch shooting stars and say there's nothing there.
Well,
You don't go on a 4-part date with a dude and say there's nothing there.
funny you should say that because the beginning of this episode, you made a great comment, or I guess the whole production team, they were hanging out like in the day, like they're having fun, but really, Rie wasn't even looking at Tecchan at that romantic moment at all. She was just kind of just existing.
Oh, yeah.
She's just there.
Yeah, she was just there just because she kind of had to be there. There's no other way to do things.
My baby boy!
But like,
Poor guy.
are you sure it's because something is also there, or is she just being nice?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, maybe
Like-
that's
At
why
this
she
point, I
was
think
like
she's just being
kind of
nice.
being rude earlier. Yeah, like maybe that's why she was being rude with the birthday comment earlier because she's trying to show Tecchan like, oh, I'm not that nice. Please don't like me. I'm not interested. Like,
Whoa!
what if?
The game has been played.
This way too much. I don't know.
More chess is
Yeah.
being played.
Oh,
Rie's playing chess and Tecchan's playing jacks.
Tic-tac-toe.
Checkers,
different game.
jacks.
Tic-tac-toe.
Snakes and
Yeah,
ladders.
he's playing snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
Good point. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Oh my gosh. All right, are we good to move on to the next scene?
Yeah.
All right. So the next couple scenes, I'm gonna kind of like jumble into one. So it starts off with Seina at her modeling class, where she's told to hold her emotions when she walks. And it was just like that. That scene was cool just to see her just refining her craft. It was pretty sick.
Right.
But then after that, we see Shota and Tecchan at the house, looking at the girls that are walking in Seina's show. And then that was something.
That was a bro moment. That was
that y'all can
Yeah.
get to. Seina and Rie talking about how they can meet up backstage, which is really cool. And then it leads to the next day, where we get to see Seina prepping for the show at the venue, where they play Kings of Leon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great song. Perfect song.
my
Good
gosh.
song. Good song.
Montage
Crazy.
time.
Yeah, and it's the whole montage of where like people are showing up, and you get to see it's a big stage, and then Rie and Seina actually do meet up backstage, and that's when Tecchan calls Seina and Rie to say good luck. So I want your thoughts on all of that
Cute.
stuff.
Okay, so starting from scene, which one?
Shota and Tecchan looking at
Tecchan? Okay.
them girls, the cast.
All right, Bev,
goodness.
Cheska, y'all made faces and sighs. Let's hear it.
I'm disgusted. I'm just
Who?
gonna say that, especially for Shota. Shota, excuse me.
He has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend.
True.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That was such a bro moment. Like that
Shota's
was like, I was
Shota's
like,
a
yeah.
bro. He's a
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Shota's a bro.
They're just
Yeah.
bros. You can tell by his hair that he's a bro.
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ugh,
that was
no,
interesting.
I was just like, I don't like this at all.
What do you mean? They were
And it's
just,
just
looking
because-
at models. No, they're just looking at the models in the show. No.
I mean, we all know that they're not just looking at the girls to see who's on the show.
What? I swear they
all know.
were.
I feel like
I thought it was.
no, just
I,
like I'm saying.
Who's walking with Seina?
I thought it was a wiki search or something, and you know, like, oh,
I
who's?
thought
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I wonder who else is
No.
going to be models.
Yeah, like you know, like I like how I check. Ooh, it's the Oscars. Who's nominated? I thought it was like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
No. They're like really checking out.
That's true. Yeah, they
Maybe
were.
it's like out. It's not on camera, or maybe they edit it out. But I feel like
You know what?
They
It actually
did
was
more.
on camera. It actually was on camera because I don't know if we caught it, but as they were looking, I think Shota was talking to Tecchan. He's like, "Okay, yeah, which one do you like the most?"
oh yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Tecchan
yeah.
says someone, and then Shota's like, "Oh yeah, Seina," and then Tecchan's like, "Oh, that's boring." I was
See?
just like, "Bro."
See, this is where I got so pissed off. I'm like, you're really out here judging these girls, huh?
Just
when-
bros being
Yeah.
bros.
You should just be like rooting for Seina and Rie, and that's it.
Hold. Okay. But brownie points for Tecchan, who calls Seina and says, "Hey, how's everything?"
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
My baby
He called-
boy.
He calls Seina, it's like, "Hey," and it's like in the middle of the concert or whatever that's going on. "Hey, Seina, how's everything going on?" And I doubt he knew she was with Seina, or he was with
She was with
Rie.
Rie.
Yeah.
Or maybe he did, but I don't think Tecchan's like that far advanced in the physics of this game.
He's still playing Jax.
Yeah. I think the guy is just like, hey, he just wanted to like wish Seina good luck, you know. But
Yeah.
see, he comes
feel like
back.
there's something.
Just to backpedal a bit here, just
Go ahead.
to backpedal. All I gotta say is, I mean, pretty sure girls get together and judge guys on Tinder too. You know.
That's
And,
only
like-
if they're
like the-
single.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down.
Oh, that's a
Tecchan
good
said-
point.
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't see a problem with a couple guys. It's like, oh, we're going to go see a fashion show. Okay, what models? Oh, she's cute. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, like even though Shota's in a relationship, and I might catch a lot of heat from this in the comment section, but even though he's in a relationship, it doesn't say he can't just like, yeah, she's attractive. I mean, like, you know, he's not saying like, oh yeah, she's way more attractive than my girlfriend, but like, you can recognize that model's attractive.
Well, they're
There's a reason why she's a model.
comparing. They're comparing women.
Are they? Are they? He's just asking which one. do you
Yeah,
think
like they're like
Yeah.
investigating it. They're like fully investigating it and comparing and saying
investigating.
which one they like better or not. So I don't know. They're
I'm not
looking
gonna
through
say
all the
anything.
models, right? So
There are
the
models.
two that we saw.
There are models. Their what do you call this? Their attraction is their job, right? Like they have to be pretty. But I don't know. I feel like we're reading to this a little too much because
Maybe.
It was
maybe.
such
It was a short scene.
it's such a
just
short
like,
scene. Again, these
it's
little
like
scenes.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think is cute? Oh, she's cute. It's not like, oh, that one's
Yeah.
got really nice eyes, but that one's got like way better hair, and that one's got like
Yeah.
a nicer body, but like it wasn't
Like,
like
okay, here's my thing. Yes, girls do that with celebrities. Like 100%. We do that a lot. But the fact that there is a relation with them and the models, because Seina is there, that kind of makes me feel like that's not good, right? Because there's a personal connection there. Because,
But they
like,
don't-
yeah,
okay.
we do that all the time with celebrities.
Do you think Tecchan's like, Seina's boring is because Seina is just a homie, like she's already just a friend, like, straight up as is, compared to like the other people of the cast, like, we don't even know who those people are. I think it's just easier for him to just like, oh yeah, she's cute. Seina, we know who Seina is. And I think Shota was acting like that is because he is in a relationship. He can't really do that. Like, he can't be taking that action of saying, hey, this girl's cute. I think he's just living off the fantasy of single Tecchan here. So he's just kind of like going through that route. Because he's taken, right? Like, he can't do anything too bad. Like, it just looks bad on him. So he's just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna ride this. Tecchan, who do you like?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
You guys at home
anyway.
decide.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts about this topic down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, please don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell for all our new videos.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he said it.
Yeah, he's no doubt about it.
Someone's got to say it.
Oh my gosh. But
All
yeah, I
right,
thought,
so-
I thought that the whole backstage segment between Rie and Seina and the whole thing with Tecchan was really cute. But one part that I did not mention was back at the house. It was a really small scene, but it was while they were getting ready to go. And we even commented on it too, about how Momo was looking like really cute in her like little hat and
She's
little
really
outfit.
quiet. Yeah.
And someone else that said that was Masato. So
Right.
like, whoa. If you really think about it, if
Jay.
there's a Masato Momo thing,
Go
a
for it.
Masato Seina thing throughout the entire season,
Mm-hmm.
and a Masato Rie thing,
No, it's a Rie Masato thing.
It's a love rectangle?
bro. There's it's a rectangle, man. That's
Hey, I mean,
crazy.
mine and Jay's predictions about Masato.
Oh, it's coming true!
You can feel the sleaze.
Ooh, yeah. Like, he's no right triangle, or he's no acute, but like, he's no obtuse. He's a rectangle.
He's a something, all right.
Okay. I can see why everyone in the house is very attracted to Masato, because a lot of Terrace House has been him freaking surfing, and like, you know what I mean? Shota's not even there. Tecchan's being Tecchan. Like, I can see why the attraction's there. But yeah, it's Masato trying to. Well, no, I think he's just being a friendly person, saying, "Momo, you look really great." Like, she did look really great. Yeah.
Or
Or
she's playing the long con. I mean, okay, so last episode, I think they were after his surf competition. They were in a lunch area, right? And then he was just talking about himself, and then like they were asking questions about him, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, just because I'm a surfer, people think like I'm a player," and like, nah, I just really like surfing, bro. Like, yeah, I'm just really like into my profession. Now, do you think that was genuine? Or do you think that was just a long con?
Was he just being a player?
sleazy play? Yeah, just like I'm not
Such
a player.
a player.
he's being a player right now.
Being a player.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a long con. It was a long con the whole time. He's just been playing the game. Everything he's saying is part of the game to hook up with someone from Terrace House.
Yeah,
Or
he's
all the girls from
man.
Terrace.
Yeah. His chill attitude is such. It spits out confidence. Yeah. But like, he's a player, dude. He's a player.
Yeah, so you think he's doing it
Nah,
intentionally,
nah.
or he's just being like a dude?
He's just being a dude, man.
Being him.
Just being him.
Cheska, what do you think? Beverly, what do you think? James, what do you think?
I wanna hear what Jessica says first.
Okay, so
Is he
but
playing the
for
game
context, I've been calling out Masato since the very first episode because I knew there was something about him. I knew it.
Yeah, he's fishy.
So, okay, he was warming up to me because of like how career driven he is and like his relationship with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
what
is.
warmed up to me.
It was all a
But
plan.
I knew he was going to be
That's
a
a player
player. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a player
like-
move. Hey guys, you want to
That's
come
a player
to my
move to be a mama's boy.
Ooh.
Totally.
Moms
Yeah.
are amazing.
Checks off
We
all
talking
those
about?
boxes. But
Okay.
still, yeah, no.
Yeah, I get that because
I
imagine
don't
this.
trust him.
Yeah, imagine this. Okay, surfer, so an athlete, mama's boy, has muscles, works out,
Sun
Yeah,
kissed
Player.
skin.
works out.
sun-kissed skin.
player.
Ooh.
It's a typical
Ooh.
player right there.
That's Masato.
Oh man, Masato.
Oh my gosh.
What a guy.
That's wow. All right.
He's something.
They're at the venue now. They're all getting ready. Rie talks to Seina. You know, Rie finally sees Seina in the outfit, which I will make a comment on shortly. But before everyone gets to see Seina's outfit, we get to see AKB48's live performance, and we get to see
Yeah.
that Momo really is a fan.
Yeah.
And it was really cool seeing Rie actually performing and doing the little dance moves, playing to the crowd. Like, it was really cool. And one part that I really liked was it panned over to Tecchan as he's watching, and it was like right after their set, and there's a little caption on the side that says "seemingly within reach," but it's not.
Yeah, that hurts.
My baby boy.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was wow. That was
really- Oh, right before then, you could see, like, it zooms in on Tecchan's face and his smile. It's like, oh, there she is! There she is! She's over there! And I'm like, oh, that's cute. But,
My baby boy.
yeah, my baby boy. Like, I just want to give him the world. Like, he's a nice guy, you know? He doesn't have everything figured out, and I get that being a turn off to the ladies, but, like, he's a
Yeah.
good guy.
Yeah, I got two things from that. Momo, oh my gosh, she's such a stan of AKB48. And
Oh, yeah,
and hold on,
super
okay,
fan.
three things. Momo, oh my gosh, she was so cute, just like singing to all the songs, and you can see everyone else. They're like, yeah, we're here, and Teacher's like, ha ha ha, but Momo's like, yeah, I want to. Like, she was like doing everything. That was so cool. Second thing,
Dance move.
Yeah.
Like yeah, she was-
second thing, AKB48 doesn't look like it's 48. It looks like half of that. So that was
26.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
And the last thing was Rie. Okay, so like, you know how I said how like she kind of has like a blunt personality? It's more now it's leaning to me like she has like Mamba mentality. Like before the calm of the storm, like when she's about to perform, I don't know what you guys, but I got the vibe like, yo, this girl is not joking around. She's about to like put her game face on. Like she's serious.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
she's really serious about her job. So that was really cool. Like she's like, let's get this. Then she's like, yeah. So like, yeah, that's what I got in that segment. Yeah.
Yeah, behind the scenes, she's all mic'd up and like, yeah, she's not even smiling. She's just looking off into the crowd. And she's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
man.
it's go time. This is it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dig it.
You could
Dig it,
tell
dig it,
she
dig
was
it.
like she was really locked in. Like there was like right before their set started, like so I think someone's hand was like on her shoulder and she was just staring, like just like
Yeah.
she
She's
was
in the
ready.
zone.
And then as soon as they get to performing, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'd like to picture like as soon as their set ended and maybe like they walked back, she's like yeah, and then as soon as it ends, she's like
Right?
I can see
Right?
that.
I like to point out, like, in their number, they had two numbers in that set, I guess. And then it starts off, like heavy dance number. They're out there, they throw it back, like they're sassy,
Did
bougie,
they throw it
like,
back?
well, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that type of like vibe and choreography. Like, I feel like they were trying to sell sexy in the first number. Definitely, like, just like, and then cut to their second number. Now they're all like schoolgirl kawaii, jumping around, like waving to the crowd, like "Hi, everybody!" Like, I don't know. It's just a strong contrast in between the two numbers. Like, got like, you know what I mean?
I see what you mean. The first song was very dubsteppy, right?
Yeah.
So I guess what you're
Yeah.
saying. Then all of a sudden they
And
went
then
to
look
like
at the choreo, like
Yeah.
the choreo,
Yeah.
okay.
and now just jump over to prancing around stage and wave to the crowd and
And like,
"Hi, everybody!" Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Versus fierce versus like cute. I don't know. You got tiger in the first one and house cat in the second one.
What is their genre of
Spry
music
kitten.
though? Like, is it jazzy? Like, I feel like it's pop, but like they kind of just go to very segments of it, like whatever
feel
appeases
like
the
with-
crowd.
Large female groups in like the Asian pop community, it's always like a wide range of stuff. Like I know for me, like with Girls' Generation from K-pop, right? It's like, yeah, some of their songs are meant to be like that sassy, sexy type of vibe, right? But then the other ones are like really like high schooly, cheery. Oh, I'm dreaming about Dream Guy. I hope he notices me. I want to see Dream Guy. Like heart, like you dot your eyes with hearts, like that type of. Stuff. So, yeah, I know it caters to a lot of variety in that. Yeah.
True.
it
True,
seems to me
true.
that they have like. Do you guys know that? You guys know about side A and side B on vinyls? I feel like that's their music.
Yeah. You got Miley
They
Cyrus,
flip
Hannah
the disc.
Montana vibes.
Their
Yeah.
B-sides.
Yeah.
Their B-sides.
Why
my
is
God.
B side? Fierce is side A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Oh my gosh.
I must
Totally.
Spotify that.
Yeah. You know what? I think I might listen to some of their songs now.
Same.
Oh my god. See, AKB48, you guys got a new fan. I'm saying
We'll
that like
see.
they're listening. All right. So after AKB's performance, that's when we get to probably what I wanted to be the most important scene in this entire episode, at least career-wise, because that's when we finally get to see Seina do her first walk. And one thing that I wanted to say about Seina's walk is that I feel like I'm just never gonna understand fashion at all, because
Mm.
I didn't understand the fit. I loved how she walked with like the bag on her shoulder, and then as soon as she did the poses, she walked back with holding the bag on her shoulder. But just as an entire outfit, I was just like, is this what like would people wear that? Like I really I don't understand the fashion world. I don't know if you guys have a better input than I do.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Fashion can be very niche, right? So any style can probably work well with some people and other styles won't, right? So just by like looking at Seina's picture in 2020, I don't think it will work. 100% it won't work. I really like the boots. My opinion, I love the boots. The pearl necklace is like a little too much.
Yeah.
Then
I
again,
agree.
the whole entire accessories thing can be a little too much. But in 2012 fashion world, it could work, in my opinion. It has like
Okay.
potential.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I felt like her look was very runway fashion, not actually use it in public kind of fashion. Like, I don't know if anybody would be able to work that hat on the street, her little poofy black hat thing.
Yeah, I feel like you would see that at like royal British weddings,
Yes,
right?
that's the only time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not gonna see that like going to like a McDonald's and just like there's not gonna be someone with that.
Unless it's Tim or James sorry like I don't know like I don't see it.
Okay.
For the record, if I did see someone wearing that at a McDonald's, I would talk to them. I want to know their story. I am hooked. I'd be like, I'm not gonna talk about the hat, but I want to know you more as a person. But I'm not gonna lie, the hat kind of helped me. But yeah, I think you gotta. I think the fashion show, like we only saw Seina's fit, right? I think we had to see like the whole, like what is the theme? Probably get a better picture from there. But again, we were just more focused on Seina. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, if anything, I would wear the sweater with mom jeans.
Oh.
100%. But yeah.
Okay.
Fashion.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. But continuing on, so of course we get to see Seina do her walk, and she killed that. So she gets backstage, and her and Rie have a nice little love fest. You know, Rie saying that, like, yeah, like she was great, she was majestic, and yeah, she was really cool. Yeah. So then the next scene is about all of them going to a bar to kind of like talk about everything that happened that day. And once again, Terrace house music, like Rihanna, "What's My Name?" Hello. That was really cool. But that entire like conversation at the dinner table was just like, bro, it was crazy.
right.
So basically, they're eating, but Rie is saying that she's not going to eat because she's doing a swimsuit kind of photo shoot the next day. Which makes sense, but the entire time she's basically just like eyeing Masato. Whenever she's saying something that's addressing everyone, she's just looking at Masato. And in my notes here, it literally says Rie and Masato flirting while Tecchan and Seina are watching.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They kept
And it's
zooming in on
crazy.
Tecchan's face, and
Yeah,
then
it's
Tecchan's just like,
crazy.
yep, eat, just eat your feelings away. Just baby boy. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so Rie basically invited everyone for some fancy pancakes next week, but she's literally saying it facing Masato. Masato half facing her, and the entire time Tecchan's just like,
Milkshake.
That's pretty accurate. That's accurate.
he looks devastating.
Defeated.
Devastated. Oh my gosh,
There
it's
you
crazy.
go.
What do y'all think about Rie and Masato?
I'd also like to point out the Seina eye roll during all this.
That was high.
Seina's just like,
Yeah.
Oh
Do you
my
guys think there's
God.
gonna be any backlash because of that?
well, discuss that in the next scene, because next
I was
scene.
gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's move to the next scene.
Toss in the
Yeah,
next scene too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Let's
toss in-
come
I'll
on,
toss in
yeah.
basically the last few scenes of the episode. So they get back home, and this is probably like the next day where the party that Shota was talking about early in the episode, it's happening tonight. So everyone's friends show up. They all have a toast. Masato is in the back drinking Corona. the
Yeah,
beer.
without lime.
Yeah, without lime, which is questionable. But
Scumbag.
Yeah, scumbag move. You know he's sleazy when.
But anyway, so it skips to like the latter end of the party, I'm assuming, and at that point, Seina is just super drunk, and her and Masato are kind of sitting together, and they're talking about how drunk she is, and she's like, "No, I can hold my liquor." And then there's this random like pan to like probably like half an hour later, where there's a blue light, and they're just like playing a different song, and then it's Seina and Masato on the floor
In the theater room.
where Masato and Seina, they almost kiss. There's a lot of like, he leans in and she's like, no.
Whoa, I heard that. Whoa. Are you okay, James?
I'm good, man. But yeah, so they almost kiss, and then they do kiss.
Yes. Wow.
I need an explanation here, y'all. What do y'all think?
I feel like even though Seina had an eye roll, she wasn't as phased because she knew there was a connection between her and Masato.
Oh, I see what you mean, Cheska. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like Rie was like, let me make my move now, but Seina's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. Well, you've activated my trap card, my dear.
I've been playing this game.
Yeah, do your little cute thing. I got the man after this. Like, and she did. She did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
She made her move. She made her move.
You're right. I get
Yeah, I
that,
think the eye
Cheska.
roll was more like, I feel like her eye roll at the time was more like, oh, this girl's trying with my man. Okay.
Oh,
She
you
knew she
think?
got it in the bag. Yeah.
Damn. Tim, what do you think, man? You're very passionate about this subject.
Okay, like I saw it coming. I definitely saw it coming, especially with their dates, and they started running early in the morning together. They started spending time. They were totally building up to this, but like I don't know, that whole scene of how it played out with the repeated like he leans in, no, again, no. I'm like, okay, like I don't know. I knew they were going to end up together, but the getting drunk at a party cliche, especially like I don't know if it was like the producers at some point just be like, yeah, just do that, yeah, that looks great, yeah, just slap him around a bit more. But like I don't know, like
No.
it feels so manufactured that it hurts. And
Really?
I started to see like yeah, Cheska called it from the very beginning, and I could see what she was saying. Like, oh yeah, model, surfer, like athlete. Yeah, a little bit of sleaze in there, But then you can see the cutesy side where she goes to his first tournament or his first practice, and they ended off with them just eating chips in the back of like the car, right? Parked in like the grocery store. I'm like, you know what? That's sweet. They can be sweet. They can be wholesome. And then I don't know. I'm just spoon-fed like stereotypical trashy like romance, if that could be called. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's all. I'm not a fan of how it happened. I wanted to see it happen, just not like that. But
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Drama makes good TV. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
So
not
how
like
they end
that.
up?
But I don't know. Bev, what do you think?
But like you guys said that like Zena, she like drinks in like every episode and stuff, and like I don't know if this is her conscious decision or is it just like she's drunk and she did that.
She
So I
looked
guess we'll
pretty
find
drunk
out
in the scene
in the next
beforehand.
episode and see if she remembered everything.
Right.
Or she could, yeah.
Who knows?
Oh.
Maybe she didn't want to.
Oh boy.
You're just like dangling in front of her face. What is she gonna do? Away a whole bunch of times. Like I don't know.
Oh, Jay, what do you think, man?
So with that in mind, then, who do you think initiated the kiss? Based on what you guys
Masato.
saw.
That's
That's what I thought too.
Fully.
Masato, yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, I'm a fan of tension, but this tension I was not a fan of.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
I'm like, I'm down. Then they started doing it, and I was like, that's like 5 slaps too much. Like, and like the cool thing about Masato is like, you slapped me, but I'm gonna get closer. And like Seina's like, stop, or like, I want to hear the audio because it was just the music, right? And like darkness, music and darkness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh man, I wish I could hear what they were saying, but
Oh,
probably
man.
didn't even matter because in the end they did kiss, and yeah, Masato did it, and yeah, it was all part of the plan. But I do get you, Tim, about saying like it's fabricated. It does feel like I wanted to produce.
Manufactured.
Yeah. Like I don't know about this, but
Yeah, I mean, maybe, like, I don't know. I felt like that whole scenario there was pretty one-sided. Not gonna lie. With Masato, I felt like Masato was like you know,
He's a
like
player.
if I was gonna give it a ratio, I'd give it 80-20, and that's a generous 20 on like Seina's side.
Oh,
I don't know,
dang.
man. I don't know, like. I hate to see it happen.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, she seemed pretty sauced the scene beforehand, because like you can just tell by the way she's like, no, I'm not trying. I don't know, like the way she said it. It's just like I could hear it like slurs, just
Yeah. I'm sorry.
sleazy.
Chess, you're,
Jessica called
you're
it
really, you're
sleaze.
really making a face right now. I wanna hear what you have to say.
Sorry.
You're really making a face right now. I wanna
Slimy
know.
and grimy. Just get him out of here.
Look, okay, so when I saw it, I was not surprised.
Right?
I was like, oh, okay, it happened. I like it because, dang, I miss some of those American reality drama that usually happens every 5 minutes.
Mm.
And it actually happened. I was like, okay. But, like, I get how fabricated it gets. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, I was living for every single moment, even though I wasn't surprised by it. And it's just because of my predictions of them two since the beginning. It just like
She's
trailed
seen
off.
this. She's seen it. She's
Okay,
seen it
okay.
from the start.
Okay. Okay. So like, you know how like I said something earlier about how like the whole triangle, rectangle, square thing that we talked about earlier? Yeah, so I don't know, like when I watched that scene and I saw it, I was thinking like, okay, if Rie is playing chess and Tecchan is playing jacks, bro, Masato really might be out here winning in Tetris.
Why?
Bro, if this is all part of the plan for everyone else to see,
Mm.
and to see that, like, okay, Masato and Seina. So then Rie is just like, oh shoot, I have competition because I'm really like into this guy now. And then Momo's looking at it being like, oh, I have competition. Maybe I need to try more.
Oh yeah, her.
You know, like,
Or
so,
I have an idea. So if Rie or Momo see Seina and Masato together, one of them or maybe both of them will end up leaving.
ooh.
Wow.
Just because Masato.
I don't like Masato. Please stay, both of them.
Damn.
Mm.
Masato is not leaving for a long time, and I can tell.
I feel like he's just, with his actions and the way he's so aloof. I feel like, you know, if he's disingenuous, which I think he is, he's just casting a wide net. I feel like it, just poking and prodding. Oh, is she interested? Oh, is she looking for something? Oh no, like let's see what happens here. And like I think just Seina's like just the first one to, like, yeah, she's just like the first one to to bite. I don't know, like.
Okay.
So
Yeah, for lack of
Masato
a better term.
is an
Fishing
opportunist.
Yeah, it's a fishing analogy. Yeah.
So you're saying Masato is an opportunist. If the opportunity comes, he's gonna go for it. Just cause.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, remember that dinner? Like, just calling back to a previous episode, can't remember which,
Okay.
where it was Shota, Tecchan, and Masato, and they're all just
Episode
chilling.
2.
And then he's just like, "Yeah, what do you think of the girls?" And then like Masato's just like gave it like, no, he's keeping all his cards to himself. And like we're switching to a poker analogy, but like he's keeping all his cards to himself, and he's not really showing his hand to anybody. And now he's just poking and prodding and seeing who bites. Tecchan kind of forced Seina to do something because Seina's like, okay, this guy's pretty cool and he's pretty cute and we're getting close. And if Tecchan you think you're gonna do something? Nah, like, and then I don't know. But then again, it looked like there was all Masato in that end scene. I don't know how mutual that situation was. We'll have to see next episode. But
Okay.
Slime and
Well,
Grime, get him out of here. I don't like him.
I have one last question with this scene. So since we've seen, and everyone I guess has seen that Rie is kind of like leaning towards Masato, and then we have the whole Masato and Seina scene. How do you think this is gonna affect Tecchan? His girl is looking at another guy, but then that other guy is messing with another girl. What, like, how do you think that's gonna affect him?
I don't see my baby boy being the confrontational type. I don't see him stepping up, unfortunately. But I think and I hope that he takes his situation as a wake-up call. Because right now his only objective is like, well, I mean, you know, he denied it in the beginning of like said episode or the previous episode, where he's like, oh, I don't really like her or whatever. But like, really, his only arc right now is Rie, and like what happened to his career aspirations, or is this girl just his only goal? And if it is, then it's kind of pathetic. I mean, well, yeah, kind of pathetic. Like, we'll beat around the bush. Like, so much potential. I don't know. Maybe he's like, you know what, it's time to step up and become a man before trying to get a girl or trying to get a woman. Yeah. Jess, thoughts?
Okay, well, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm also predicting him leaving
Oh,
my goodness.
very soon.
Everyone's
Tecchan?
leaving. Whole new
She really
cast.
thinks everyone's gonna
I'm,
leave.
I feel like this love, whatever this shape is gonna make people leave. It could be either Rie, Momo, or Tecchan. 100%. It's one of those three. And it's like for Tecchan, it's just gonna be like the heartbreak of Rie not reciprocating any like feelings for him, and also the fact that he didn't pass his firefighting thing, and now he doesn't even know what to do with his life. So he'll probably leave and try to think of what he wants to do with his life outside of the cameras.
I disagree.
Oh,
So we're maybe giving too much credit for Tecchan right now. As every sensible person, I think, yeah, you should leave. Not our boy. Not our
boy.
I'm gonna call it right now. This man is gonna stay, and he's gonna stay for a while. I've watched other seasons of Terrace House, and we had some people that stayed for a while. I think this guy is gonna be here for like the long haul.
The long haul.
Just because it's like, it seems like we're seeing him grow throughout the show, and I think it's cool because it's like he's using the show as a way for him to grow. So like right now, he doesn't seem like he's happy about himself, like like for a while, or like at least for who he is right now. So like I think the more he stays in the show, the more he'll grow up, and the more he'll like be more confident in himself. And like I hope that happens, because that's gonna be like the ultimate arc, like the ultimate narrative. This guy came from low nothing to Tecchan.
Chad.
I agree with you that he's in the long haul, because this show is probably the only, if not best thing that's going for him right now.
That
got him
too.
his
Good
current
point.
job,
Good point.
right? Like,
Good point.
he wouldn't have his gardening job without the show, and
Yeah.
you know, if anything, like, he ain't gonna go out like a punk.
Yeah, you're right. Like it seems like everyone else has like something else going after the show. Like if once they leave, not our boy, not our boy. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
More
with that.
story to be told.
I feel like he's gonna stay too. I think it's gonna be once Rie finds out about this kiss, she's either gonna get mad and want to leave, or like just like, I don't know, tap out. Because I feel like Momo's not gonna confront the situation, and Tecchan's not gonna confront anything. She's the only one who would want some kind of action, so I feel like she might want to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
but can we all
that's a fair
agree?
Yeah.
Can we all agree that Masato, Seina are gonna stay for a very, very long time?
No,
Because I
that.
feel like they might.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think it's gonna be
So,
super superficial, but I think it's gonna stay for a bit.
I think this is gonna go south in the next 3 episodes. And episode 4,
It's gonna
one
make
of
for
them
great
takes off.
TV.
Wow.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna stay for that sake.
Mm.
Get rid of Masato.
I don't think they're gonna stay if they're gonna be an item. I think they're gonna leave together.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, based on past
Together.
other Terrace House, like, it has happened like that, where they're like, okay, they're gonna leave. Like, there's some couples, too, that stayed for a bit, but they usually end up leaving together.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Cute.
you wouldn't have known that if you watched
Maybe.
like Terrace House episodes. Like, I don't know, that's just the
Yeah.
trend. So that's why I feel like
Oh.
if they are gonna get together, they're gonna leave together. But I don't think they're gonna, like,
I don't think they're gonna get together. I feel like
that's
it's just gonna
okay.
be drama
I
for
don't
like the
think
next
so. I think-
3 episodes.
I think it was just a
Yeah.
kiss. Yeah. A fun little haha story. Remember when we were drunk? You were more drunk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a story.
Unless Seina's like, no, I don't remember. And it's like, game changer.
Oh,
He's slimy and grimy. I'm sorry. Just get him out of here. I don't like him.
Surf
I
out of
love
here, bro.
how-
He's a barnacle on the underside of a boat. Just get him out of here. Don't like.
I love how everyone's now catching up to Masato's sleazy ways.
Hey. We gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know, he's a mama's boy, but he played us all. He played us
it's all
all.
a game.
You planted a seed in us, Cheska, and it just kept growing and growing like a parasite.
Sprouted.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like, we're not saying that we, like, absolutely hate Masato. He's probably a great guy in real life.
He's a cool dude.
But his persona on TV is a different story.
It's all the editing. It's the editing from the producers.
Yeah.
Could be.
Ugh.
But yeah, so after that entire scene with those two, that's when the episode ended. And so before we get to our last little segment, is there anything you guys are looking forward to when it comes to future episodes? Bev, I don't know if you're gonna watch any more episodes, but do you have any predictions for what might happen next?
I'm not sure. I kind of want to see what happens though with the couples and with the non-couples. I want to see how
Okay.
Momo grows. Honestly, I'm interested in her. I feel like she's not gotten enough time.
No, he really hasn't.
So,
Yeah.
Beverly, if that's the case, would you say this podcast would help you gain helped you gain interest in the show of Terrace House?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mission accomplished, boys!
guys.
We can go to sleep. We got another fan in the bag. Let's go.
Yeah, you picked a really good episode.
You did
to
it.
hop in. This is just like
Yeah, there's a lot of
right in
stuff
the
going
middle of
on.
the heat. Yeah.
I feel like I should probably go back and catch up too. Just to
Yeah.
understand where you're
Definitely.
coming from with certain characters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely
Maybe.
do.
Maybe.
It's a good season. It's a good season so far. It's a good season so far. But yeah, predictions. Anything you're excited for? What might happen next? What do you guys think?
More drama.
Oh,
Definitely.
want More drama, because I am living for every single dramatic eye roll or like Tecchan's like heartbreaking looks. Like, I know it's so bad for me to say,
It's puppy
but
eyes.
like
Yes,
I
it is
feel-
bad for you to say.
I feel bad, but at the same time, Teina makes good TV. I love like the dramatic looks and the tension. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
true. Tim.
I want to see Tecchan grow. I want to see my baby boy grow into a man that can stand on his own 2 feet. But other than that, I kind of want to see how Rie and Seina address that. If there is tension between them, how they would do it. I mean, if we're talking like American reality TV shows, they duke it out and cuss each other out in camera. But I want to see how Japan culture addresses a cat fight between 2 women and a man. And Yeah, I wanna see Masato go. Either that or have a redemption of some kind. Because right now, yeah, I have no favor with him right now. And more
Okay.
Shota. Shota's been getting a lot of less camera time right now.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe he might be a mediator in the upcoming episodes. Just the middle ground if people start fighting.
I don't
I don't know.
know. He feels
okay.
more like an instigator.
I feel like
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Oh my gosh. Jay, anything you're looking forward to?
I want serious Rie. Like, I want to see her
Ooh.
locked in her game of like attraction. Like, have you seen her just being nice to Tecchan? I want to see her like floor out her Rie-ness
You want to see her be ruthless?
to Masato. Like, I want to see her like go for her goals, I guess. But yeah, I can't wait for whatever's happening next. I'm happy for whatever it is right now. It's good.
Okay. Alright. Oh man, well, for me, I feel like I've been asking for this like every episode, but I want to see Shota and his girlfriend, man. As the one Shota fan in this entire podcast, I want to see his girlfriend. I want to see what she's about. I want to see something happen, and I just want to see more Shota, man. I like him, and yeah. But in terms of everything, like, but in terms of things that are actually happening in the show, like, yeah, you guys basically said it all. I want to see the backlash of what happens, and I kind of hope like the next episode that they end the episode similar to like one of the earlier episodes where they end the episode watching the previous episode and then we just see their immediate reactions and then they end the episode. I kind of hope that happens.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw their own episode, or we saw them watch their own episode.
Yeah.
The most meta of
Interesting.
parts. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but what when Rie? What if Rie sees Seina's eye roll in the episode?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I would love to see that.
Honestly. Just, oh man.
Yeah, be nuts, man.
Yeah, be nuts. Sorry, just a side.
No, don't be sorry.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy to see the live reaction of Rie. Yeah. No doubt. That'd be crazy. Then imagine Rie be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're a liar.
Uh,
And like James for Shota, like I would say I'm a fan of him, but since he doesn't have any screen time, I can't really make that judgment. Like I feel like I've seen more Momo than I've seen Shota. So
Yeah.
that's
like
fair.
I just need more of him to make a fair judgment if I like him or not.
For sure. But I mean, you got to stick with the person that you're with from the beginning, That's why I stay with Shota until he leaves the house.
A true fan through and through.
Famous last words, I guess.
He leaves next episode.
Yeah.
Imagine. I think I'd cry.
At least you get a new member.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, all right.
So I guess we won't be able to do a question for the week because I guess this was a lengthy episode because a lot of stuff happened. But we'd like to thank Bev for coming in. Thanks so much, Bev, for coming. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. And like you said earlier, you are a little bit more interested in Terrace House. So hopefully, yeah, mission accomplished for what we're doing here. So yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. For anyone,
having me.
oh, you're no doubt.
Yeah,
Your
thanks for coming
insight, your insight was
Fresh takes.
invaluable. Yeah. So if people want to find out Beverly in the internet, how can they reach out to you, or at least you have any social media that you want to put out there?
Yeah, I've got Instagram and YouTube. You can find my links down below.
Got you. Yeah, check those links down below. But yeah.
Down below.
But yeah, how about you guys? You know, got any plugs this week?
Tim, where can they find you?
My usual Instagram, Timbit1997. You can find the link down below. Yeah, give me a follow. That's about it. Cheska, where can the people find you? Where can our lovelies find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Cheska Camille _. And I guess I will plug my TikTok.
She is our resident TikToker.
Yeah.
So you'll find me on TikTok at Camille. I'm pretty sure, but it'll be down below.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you want to find me, you know, as usual, I got my Instagram, JamesJT_27. And of course, I do have my personal YouTube where I do musics and a bunch of other stuff, I guess. And Jay, don't you have a Twitch that you can plug?
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks for thanks for the segue, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
I do Twitch .tv/for jiggles, FER jiggles. But yeah, let's just plug in my Twitch. That's it for this week. Okay. But yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming. This has been We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast. Thanks for coming. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Take care.